Coach, did you change up your practice schedule at all with the extra time off?
Yeah, we did. Able to give the guys a couple extra days. With Nate still being out, in that last game, our guys logged a lot of minutes. And you get to the last 6 games of the regular season, you get a little break. You need to give the guys' body some rest, and we were able to do that, but still have a couple productive practices heading into the game tomorrow night.
And the prognosis is still pretty much the same for Nate?
Yeah, as of right now, he's feeling better, but that usually is kind of the first phase of the recovery. And now they just have to keep redoing tests. We'll probably do a test early next week to see how he's feeling and the blood count and all those different things. But he had such a problem with his throat, and that's much better now.
Is he even actually practicing?
No, he won't practice. He will not be cleared to practice until the mono test has been deemed negative. So, and then, whatever it takes after that for him to get back in the swing of things. When you go through that, you're tired, you're weak and so forth. He's been around and just making sure he takes care of all the stuff he needs to take care of right now.
Wake has been getting most of their scoring from 2 guys, from CJ and Travis. Is that something you concentrate on, or you just play your normal defense?
Well, obviously, our defensive game plan, you want to make their leading scorers, the guy that scored a majority of their points, have to work for every basket. You can't give them any easy baskets. They are at their best and have played the best when they scored in transition. And so you have to do a great job in the open court. Multiple guard lineup at times, so you can't pinpoint one guy that will have the ball. And you have to do a really good job of guarding their constant movement. You can't relax when you play against Wake Forest, because if you do, they're good enough shooters. When they shot the ball well, they've played well. A lot of similarities in terms of they'll go through some stretches where they just struggle to make baskets, and that's been their downfall so far in the games that they haven't been successful in.
And they also have a short bench.
Yeah, so there's a lot of similarities. The one thing that they have had in Harris and Mackay is guys that have scored points in this league consistently, and so you got to make sure you do a good job on those guys. And the other guys, younger guys that are kind of feeling their way, you got to make sure you're able to shut them down as well.
They've had a hard time settling on minutes at the center position. Is that something you try to take advantage of?
Well, I think one of our objectives this entire season is to really establish a low post presence, and I think with Daniel and Cam, they've done a very good job of that. Julian is now starting to score more, maybe in a versatile way than that as well. So, we're most successful when we are getting inside touches and we're moving the ball. A lot of times those two things go hand in hand. So we moved the ball against North Carolina State about as well as we have, if not the best that we have all year long. Unfortunately, we didn't make the shots at the end of that movement. And so what we need to understand is we need to continue to do that, and the shots are going to fall for us. We can't go away from that movement and that low post touches just because we're not finalizing that particular offensive play. And that does take some discipline, and that does take some poise and patience, and that's something that we've worked on.
With the way you were shooting the ball the past couple of games, is that something that just getting more shots up helps, or is it just one of those things that you kind of have to?
A little bit of both. I think you want to show the guys that they're successfully running some stuff. At the same time, continue to try to build their confidence. And is there some technical things? Are we ready to shoot those shots? Are we prepared? I'm a strong believer in that. If you're prepared to shoot, you're going to shoot the ball much better. And that's something that we do need to get better at. I think the rest might help. A lot of times tired legs lead to short shots and so forth. So you also don't want to overdo it. We've had games where we shot the ball well. We know that one of our shortcomings is our ability to consistently make perimeter shots. So what do we need to do? We need to maybe attack the basket a little more and continue to get the ball inside.
When you say being ready to shoot, like mean like in shooting position?
Yeah, preparation. I just always believe that if you're prepared to shoot, you're down, ready to shoot, then you're going to shoot the ball better. Now, that also goes with the flow of that execution in terms of guys knowing when shots are coming and so forth, and that's part of the process that we're under now as well. But that is something that is through some film, which doesn't take away from the guys' legs. You can show the guys, and I think our guys saw a lot of that in our film review of the North Carolina State game.